Let's start with you, Jan. Say some nice things about Pep.
Oh, I will miss him big time. I mean, he is charismatic, energetic. In our role as interviewer, Dan, he's one that keeps us sharp. I mean, you don't go into Pep Guardiola and say, listen, I think your midfield player didn't know. Then he cut you off. He's been fantastic, successful. We all that's for everybody to see. And I think the biggest compliment today is that he's up there among the greatest ever managers, and it's a small thing that has been a bit overseen. I saw that he's going to be global ambassador for City Football Group now and oversee a lot of the clubs. So it's funny now that him and Jurgen Klopp will have the same job in their respective football groups. But I think, I mean, we followed him. I've always been impressed by his intensity, how much that takes out. He will do 20, 30 interviews, press conference every week, still manage to have this power, still manage to kind of get this team going. I mean, he ending up with 2 trophies this season as well. He followed Arsenal all the way. So I do understand as a human being, you want to get a breath, you want to get your energy back, and I think from a human level, I mean, a big compliment to Pep Guardiola.
Ali, we've been doing this show a very long time. I remember when he first came to the Premier League, didn't have that instant impact. I remember us having a conversation, like they were in the English media. It's different here. It's different here to Germany. It's different here in Spain. You know, it's different tactics. And then those people now are just talk about eating your own words.
Well, let's talk about the influence of Pep Guardiola beyond Manchester City. I believe it was about 10 days, 2 weeks ago when we were having a conversation on this very studio and this desk, talking about how teams in the Premier League, at the bottom end of the Premier League, were trying to play out of the back. We're trying to keep possession. We're trying to build, even though the makeup of that group did not match that sort of level of play. Well, that's because everybody now looks at Manchester City and go, we need to do that. What they're doing works so well. And that influence comes directly from Pep Guardiola and the style of play that for him was non-negotiable. And man, how many times we've also sat here and said, hey, there's got to be a plan B. Because this plan A, this is not working. Plan B. And he, stubbornly so, but believing in his own truth, saying, no, my teams are going to play this way and we're going to make it work. And more times than not, he's made it work. But the reason that it is time to move on is because I think he alluded to it in his press conference. The message can get stale at times. Communicating with the players can get stale at times. And being able to carry that intensity can also get stale at times. It reminds me of us covering the 2014 World Cup. And Roberto Martinez was part of our commentary team for ESPN. And I went to breakfast one morning up in the roof of the hotel, and there he was sitting in a table, and I don't remember who else was on the table, and he's moving a ketchup bottle, and he's moving the salt and pepper shaker, and another cup of water here, and saying, this team should be doing this, and this team should be doing that. And I remember thinking to myself, well, this is not my table. No. Yeah, I got to go somewhere else.
You need ketchup.
Yeah, well, can you pass the ketchup and play a man down, please? But it's a picture of that sort of intensity that I imagine Pep Guardiola has in his everyday life, in which every conversation is about this team, my team. What is he doing? What's that player doing? He should be here. He should be there. And that has to take a toll. It has to be mentally draining. It has to be physically draining. And at some point, you have to say, enough.
Yeah.
I think he's gotten to that point. But to your initial point there, Dan, the influence of Pep Guardiola in the Premier League is not just clear to see in Manchester City. It's clear to see everywhere else around the Premier League.
Big shoes to fill, Shaq.
They are, and by all accounts, it's going to be Enzo Maresca. That's a tough act to follow. And we've seen big clubs try to do it with their legendary managers in the past. Arne Slot being the exception in that he wins the league after Jurgen Klopp, but then has this sophomore season that many of us kind of felt along the way would be his last. Other clubs, Manchester United, the Arsenals, have gone for so much longer in struggling to find that replacement. Enzo Maresca, again, ticks a lot of boxes because he's been at the club, worked under Pep Guardiola, so you want to feel is best prepared to come in and keep things going as smoothly as they would hope. But that's far easier said than done. To get those same messages across to those players, to continue to regenerate their squad, have them have their own identity, have them have the faith in the manager that they did. That's a very difficult ask for Maresca. This is a tough act to follow.